Can I get a
That's funny because you're referencing the Kanye thing. You started this before we've even had a chance to talk about like what we're doing. Yeah, keep going. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. It sounds really good. Yeah, you just keep doing it.
This dickhead muted me.
Yeah, I have all the power in the world. No, don't go too high. I'm louder than you. I don't trust me.
Okay.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Ha.
What are we on?
Ha.
Episode 5.
I might turn myself down a little. No, I think I'm good.
Are you good?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Are you good?
Can you hear this? Yeah. I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
Yep. You good? You do sound a little
Yeah,
bit
there's
louder
like a
than
weird
me.
spike at the end of at some of my syllables.
No, I think you just generally the volume of you sounds a little bit louder. So just there you go.
Just a little bit.
And just adjust on the fly. Yeah. What are we on? Episode 5.
Yeah, around about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 beans 5.
Yeah. Not much has happened since the last recording.
Just
Boba Fett finale.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Our teams just played each other in NBA. I probably jacked off like I don't know 4 times. I reckon maybe 5. Like an average of like almost one a day. One a day since the podcast actually came out.
It's lining at the top.
It is lonely at the top or the bottom. Depends how you look at it. From my perspective, it's the top, but it's fine. One thing straight off the bat, the last 2 episodes. I don't know if we started on the last one. The 2 before that.
We recorded on a Wednesday, so we hadn't seen the last one.
I'm not talking about Boba Fett.
Oh, what the fuck we...
I'm not talking about Boba Fett yet. I'm talking about Ways, mate.
Oh,
Wait.
that.
Boba Fett's our main topic. We'll talk about it later. I was going to talk about Ways and the
Okay.
fact that we've had, I think, 2 episodes of us trying to do it at the start to be funny. And then both times it didn't work and it stressed me out. So I got you to do it off air. But it works now.
It works.
And I don't know if you'll be able to actually hear it in the pod or not. But I kind of do want to just grab one of your voice recordings and play it. Because it worked. And so now I have Connor to direct me home. And I'm going to use it on the way home. It's going to be great. So got some options. So they give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 slots for like a let's get started, let's go, have a good drive, like, you know, and they just randomly pick one every time. So here's some of Connor's. So you've got
let's kick and rip it.
that's a good one. Oh, I've got the yeehaw at the end.
Yeah, I go yeehaw at the end of that.
You got another one here, which is
Are you ready? Because I am. Let's go.
that's a good one. There's this one as well, which I think is the one I like the most.
Let's get ready.
That's not the one I was thinking
It
of.
cut off
I
before I
think
could
it's
finish
this
the
one.
sentence.
I figure I know where you were going with it. I think most people know where you're going with it. I think this one's my favorite. I think
Time to go. Make sure you drive safely, lovely.
that one is my favorite.
Yeah,
And then, of course, the most important is the last one.
Let's go.
That one's important.
Let's go.
Yeah, and so like you recorded a little like in 200 meters and turn left, and your favorite to do was the roundabout one, right?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that.
So they give you options to go up to the 7th exit on a roundabout, which I don't even know if we have.
I think I've seen 5, some with 5.
I don't think we have 7s here.
No,
That would be really funny if I now run into one on the way to Adelaide.
they've just got them at the border. You have to go through a 7 exit roundabout at the border. You know, it'd be cool if they had like a border of like some country and they just put a roundabout right at the borders of like 3 or 4 countries. So you'd like take the first exit
to go to Nepal.
Yeah.
I don't know anywhere
I don't
else
know
in
any other country.
Nepal. Hey, speaking of not knowing anywhere else, Wordle.
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 It's Wordle, but with words. You know,
It sounded like we were trying to say Wordle, but we're retarded. Wordle.
Wordle. Yeah, so that's for anyone who knows what Wordle is, it's a massively popular game. Just got bought out by the New York Times for a figure reported to be in the low 7 figures or something like that.
A lot of money.
Some dude made a game for his girlfriend, just like Master Mumble with words, and is now a millionaire.
such a simple concept that just blew up so fucking quickly because it's so simple. It's the social aspect of it. It's the fact that everyone has the same word.
Yeah, I
Like
think
you have
that's
something to talk about. It's not just like a word game. It's like everyone has something to discuss. And I think at the moment, anything like that where you can start a conversation with your mates, like that's the things that are blowing up.
Did you see the woman in Chicago?
No.
So her mother got kidnapped, and the reason that she knew there was something not right was because she didn't share her Wordle score. So
Oh my
Wordle is
God.
literally out here saving lives.
That's crazy.
So I think she was kidnapped. She was gone for 21 hours or something, and the daughter
Mhm.
was like, obviously she sent the first one, and then like didn't send it the next day, and she's like, "Hey, mum, you're good," and then like mum didn't respond because she was kidnapped.
What the fuck?
Yeah, shit's brazy.
Wordle straight up.
Literally saving lives.
You know what the best part of Wordle is? When people just get really heated about the word selection. People were so pissed off about Ultra and then Cynic the next day.
Why are there double letters? I don't get it. It's
Double
it's,
letters is fine. Just don't be an idiot.
Don't put.
Well, you want them to only choose 5-letter
I
words
am
that
an
don't have
idiot.
double letters.
I am
Just
an
don't
idiot.
be an idiot. It's easy.
I am an idiot.
Yeah, but it's so simple to just not be an idiot. Like, I got Cynic. I don't know what I got it
No,
in.
I think I got it in like 4
3.
anyway. It just annoys me that there's double letters.
I mean, yeah. It's so simple.
It's just not really an indicator of if it could be a double letter or not, because it'll.
Yeah, so just don't be an idiot.
I literally cannot.
Just go through the words. Just work it out. You have 6 guesses.
Go through the Wordles.
So be stupid. I had one the other day where I can't remember what the word was, but I got the first 4 letters right on the first guess. And
Yeah,
so it fucking made me so excited. I think it was when it was like plaid. I did plain as the first
Yeah.
thing. So it does each letter individually. And as it got to 4, I was like, holy fuck, I've done it. And then it was wrong. And I was like, oh my God, I really thought I had it in fucking one guess. Yet to do that.
I got a 6 the other day, but I got on my second guess, I had the first 4. I think it was when it was shard or something like
Because
that.
there's so many
So I went
options.
shark,
Sharp.
shart.
I was about to say sharp.
I didn't put shart, but like
I did.
Did it work?
Well, yeah, it counted as
It's
a word.
It's a word? Oh.
But obviously it wasn't it. But
Yeah.
I think shart was the first guess I had of that. And then I was like, oh, it has to be sharp or shard. And it was.
Yeah, I think I guess sharp, shard, shark. All the I guess like the same words. It just
That was such an unlucky one. That's one where people lost a few.
yeah, I was
few
gonna say
people we know
were losing
lost.
that because it was just like
Could literally be fucking anything there. Like, that's such a common first 4 letters. Whereas, like, cynic, there's
Yeah.
nothing else. If you get the first 4 letters, you've got it. But
Yeah.
also, how are you going to get the first 4 letters in the first place?
I don't
Maybe
know.
the first 3? I don't think you could.
Did you hear about the Carl Anthony Towns drama with Wordle?
You briefly mentioned it. I didn't look into it.
Carl
Please
Anthony Towns,
elaborate.
NBA player, NBA All Star for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't like him very much
Don't say
anyway.
it's an NBA All-Star.
As a player, I'm sure he's a lovely person.
Seems like a great guy.
But just like as a player, I think he's underutilized in Minnesota, and also just
And
not
overrated.
and overrated at the same time because he's underutilized.
Yep.
I've got a lot of beef with the Timberwolves, but let's put that aside for now.
You're going to air your beef about the fucking Minnesota Timberwolves?
They did
or-
Jimmy dirty, okay? No, okay.
That's true. They did Zach LaVine dirty too.
Okay, so he was posting his scores and whatever, and then like the way his grids, I guess you call it, like the green dots and whatever, they didn't match up with any words. It couldn't have been like he would have had to have changed the answer and cheated and like lied about his not cheated. He would have had to have lied about.
So he faked his grids.
He faked his grids, yeah, because he couldn't. I can't remember what word it was, but there was no way that he was getting the word from the grid that he posted.
Right.
He straight up lied about what it was, and it's just kind of funny. Like, it's a fucking fun word game. If you
It's
fail, who
literally
cares?
Wordle.
It's
Why
literally
you-
Wordle.
Why are you cheating? Like, I've had a couple where I've done them accidentally in incognito and then been like, oh, fuck, I didn't mean to do that. But then I've literally just
So-
repeated the same words over in the actual one.
While we in incognito?
Anyway, so, super. What are you
Any-
clapping for?
I'm not clapping. I'm
Why are you clapping? Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
To change the topic.
No joke.
Oh, actually, no, we're still talking about basketball. Let's talk about basketball today.
Yeah, we watched a game today.
Literally, 20 minutes ago it finished.
Bam dunked on his own head, so the ball didn't go in and it didn't count.
That was unfortunate. Luka played like shit the first half. I think he scored like 7 or 8. And then second half, I think he ended on like 20 something, which is fine. It's not good. It was literally after we just said Luka for MVP is a possibility, but he has to play really good for this last stretch. And then he played kind of average. He was still highest scorer on our team though.
Yeah. Well, I just...
Because Mavs are shit.
As every game that Chinnick and I play against each other in 2K, or in Madden, or in any sports game really, one of us will end up being like way ahead, like well comfortably ahead, and it looks like it's going to be a blowout. And then all of a sudden, our players just stop catching the ball, and just dumb shit like that happens, and it becomes close again. Like there's one time I beat Chinnick by 30 in 2K.
I think other than that, it's always
literally
been within 10.
Always less than like 8 or 10 points. Literally
The only times it's been more than that is if like it's close and then there's like a minute left and someone like runs away with it.
Yeah.
Then it's like,
but it was close anyway.
Then it's like stupid fast break dunks and
I
shit.
think I did beat you like 49-0 on Madden once as well.
You did.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that one. Yeah, it was fine. Like, it was a close game, which is good.
I would have preferred that Miami one, but
in stress mode there because I thought I was about to kick that glass
it's
over.
okay. Karis spills something every day on this carpet.
Really?
Literally.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Neither.
It's got a few stains, a few piss stains.
Yeah, I try to clean it out a lot.
Fucking Karis. She's always pissing on the carpet.
No, I know, right?
Honestly. Oh, that's a difference from last week. Karis isn't here, so you can say sexist comments. What's your thoughts on women? Real quick. What's your thoughts on the commercialization of Valentine's Day?
I don't want to get into that.
It's a commercial scam.
It's a commercial scam. I don't want to get into that because I'm all for showing love.
I don't want to go into that. Nettie goes into it.
On a day that's commemorated, like it's commemorating patron saint, Saint Valentine. I'm all for. Also, I'm not religious in the slightest, so like, why the fuck am I celebrating? Regardless.
What's your thoughts on God? Real quick.
Who?
On God.
On God.
Did God breathe on this?
Do you mean Kanye? Okay, no. So
not yet.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. It's a religious holiday that I don't prescribe to that religion, but I also celebrate Christmas and Easter, so I guess we can move from there. But it's just a commercial scam.
So someone I know, not going to name any names, even though they don't listen to the podcast. Look, okay, I get it. You're allowed to say that Valentine's Day is a commercial scam. You're allowed to say whatever you want about it, that it's all commercialized, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. Go for it.
Yep.
Totally understandable. I do have an issue, however, with someone who posts photos of their relationship and says Happy Valentine's Day, and then on the same day shares a post about the commercialization of Valentine's Day. It's like, yeah, but you're playing into it.
You're doing the thing.
Like, you're just as bad. Like, my brother was like, oh, it's a scam, blah, blah, blah. But, like, he also didn't post any pictures with his girlfriend. So I'm like, whatever, who cares? So it's like, at least you're being consistent. Be consistent, people. That's the lesson to learn here today.
That's the lesson.
Speaking of being consistent, do you want to talk about Kanye?
He's just a fucking...
We can briefly rattle through Kanye. We're rattling through everything very, very quickly here. But it's mainly so that we can talk about Boba Fett for longer.
I think Kanye needs to get on his medicine.
I don't think there's any posts to talk about now, but since last week, holy shit, there's been some good little updates.
I deleted his thing again. He posted like a weird-ass long thing.
I think I had a screenshot of the Civil War photo. Holy shit, that was the peak of it. That fucking Civil War post.
That was iconic.
So funny. I'm going to find it. I've got a screenshot of it somewhere.
He's currently got one
Here it is.
post on his Instagram. I'm going to read his caption. I've learned that using all caps makes people feel like I'm screaming at them. I'm working on my communication. I can benefit from a team of creative professionals, organisers, mobilisers and community leaders. Thank everybody for supporting me. I know sharing screenshots was jarring and came off as harassing Kim. I take accountability. I'm still learning in real time. I don't have all the answers. To be a good leader is to be a good listener.
And what did he do 2 posts later?
Well, he deleted it, but he said, fuck it, all caps is back.
Did he actually get rid of it already?
Yeah, there's only one.
Oh
That's
my
the only post he's got anymore now.
But
like, he still had all like until like earlier this week, he had all of his stuff like Donda stuff.
That, though.
But like they were
And then
from
he
like
gets rid of it.
5 months ago, or whatever. And
Yeah,
then
he
just,
always does this. He just clears out and starts again. Yeah, so the Civil War photo.
and the Kid Cudi
The caption.
backstabbing one as well was funny.
Man. Okay, so I keep seeing TikToks about it, and I agree with it. I was all for backing up Kanye and being like, yeah, whatever, like, totally see where he's coming from. And also sometimes just being like, look, he's clearly off his meds. He's not in the right state. Understandable that he's going a little nuts. It was when he started going off at Cudi, and even the Billie Eilish thing was weird, but going off at Cudi was really strange. And, like, Kid Cudi's response was basically like, look, like, he's clearly just losing it, and if he's going to fight and, like, lose a friend over this, he's not worth being friends with. And I was like, that's kind of tough, like, because they've been good friends for fucking years. Like, I was listening to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy song, which is, like, 2011 or 2010, and he's on that a lot in that album. And it's like, he's on, like, every Kanye album, and for him to then just, like, turn his back on him is kind of tough. But, like, anyway, the photo was really funny. So it's on Captain America's side. Kanye, Drake, which is so funny to see those two on a side together.
I know. It's
Kanye, Drake, Julia Fox, Travis Scott, and Future. And then on the other side, Pete Davidson, who he keeps calling Skeet, which is
Skeet.
funny. Kim Kardashian, Kid Cudi, Billie Eilish, and Taylor Swift, who has had no involvement in this at all. In fact, I thought they made up. And then he's just, like, brought her back into it, which is so funny. And then the next, like, not the next post, but then the next one that happened that was big was the Photoshop. It's a UFC fight with Kanye and Pete, and it says West versus Davidson, but it's Kanye's Venom.
I
and
saw
Pete
that.
Davidson is Carnage.
Oh my god, that's just...
It's so funny. And this post was like the one where he was like, this ain't about Skeet. It's about selling you a narrative. Skeet's playing his part in Frozen 3, except it's not in the theaters. This time it's on Daily Mail. And then he like explained himself, and he's like, yeah, it's to do with Disney, and they own Pete Davidson and own SNL. And I was like, what are you on about? Like, you're fucking losing it, dude. I love it. It's so funny, but like, poor guy. Also, him and Julia Fox are broken up.
Yeah, that happened.
Did you see the actual post about it?
No,
Because I've got a screenshot of that as well.
I've just gone on Def Noodles. He's really good at getting the screenshots before they get deleted. Not long after Kanye posted that last one that I read out, the all caps one, he posted a photo of like a picket board thing saying, "Stop telling fathers they should have fought harder to see their children, and start asking mothers why he had to fight it all." I think Kim's got a pretty solid case right now. If she were to go for like full custody, block Kanye from seeing,
100% do it after all these posts.
look at all the fucking screenshots. He is clearly not in the right mental health.
Posting messages between them, like personal messages, like, yeah, it's not good. But yeah, Julia Fox just sounded like so stupid. Also, she's gone viral this week for that fucking TikTok off the Call Her Daddy podcast. You've seen that, right? Or is it just on my side of TikTok and not yours?
I don't know if I've seen that.
The Uncut Jams. Have you seen that yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god. I feel like that's every video I see. That's not good. I gotta find one so I can find the original. Actually, I could just go on the Call Her Daddy thing and I'd be able to find it. Oh, here you go. I'm gonna play this for a second. Okay, so this is the original video, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to hear this in the microphone, but...
Yeah, maybe. What is a muse? I mean, I was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut Gems. Right. Do you know what I mean?
Uncut
Like,
Gems.
Things like that. And so, like, this has been a big trend on TikTok of people imitating it, such as this one. Like, that's the joke,
Yeah,
right?
that's the joke.
It's just that she says, Uncut Jams. And it's really funny. But I'm, honestly, TikTok is fucking bizarre. Like, I have seen so many of those videos, and you've seen none. That's nuts.
Yeah,
Not a single one, mate. Speaking of TikTok, I saw a very funny TikTok that I'm gonna just explain to you. So, you're not a single man, you're an engaged man. Hinge, right? You've seen they added voice memos to it.
I feel like I saw something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So now you can add. So the whole point of Hinge is you have to answer a certain amount of prompts. So they're just like pre-made prompts, and then you put in an answer, and someone can reply to that. So instead of Tinder where you just like swipe on someone, you have to reply to like a specific thing of theirs. You can just like reply to a photo, but you can reply to their prompts. But then they added voice prompts, so you can add one of you answering the prompt as like a voice message. And the prompt was every LGBTQ person should read, and then you put in like a book. And the guy's voice response was, yeah, no, I think they should be able to read. That it's equality is important, and I think it's fair that they read just the same as a straight person. And I was like, fuck, I wish I thought of that earlier. That's so good.
That's a pretty funny joke.
Yeah, anyway,
Um,
that's all on that one.
That's all on that. Okay, yeah. So
That's all she wrote.
Kanye, kind of
Kind of
Loopy.
crazy. But
we get
guess
to talk
what?
about that next
we
week.
get to
Let's
talk about it next
go.
week because his documentary comes out tonight. My friends just watched it and they said it's really good.
Did
They
he
said
get
it's-
Drake to narrate it?
I don't think so. They would have mentioned
No.
it if he did. Apparently, the first part just leads up to like his first album, so it's all just like before that when he was still producing for like Jay-Z and shit, which is cool. I'm into that. And then just like fly through the rest of it because that's the bit that's like more, people already know all that. It's
Yeah.
not as interesting, I guess. But yeah, I'm fucking excited for that. I'm gonna watch that as soon as I get home from basketball. Speaking of things coming out, this is a bad segue. I'm gay. No, so things coming out. Doctor Strange trailer.
That was sick.
Did you watch? You watched the trailer, didn't you?
Yeah, I watched the trailer.
Cool. Biggest takeaways from that.
Still,
There's a multiverse.
is it a
Good Lord, it's mad.
is there
There's
a
madness.
Captain Marvel? Not what's the word that they use where they've got like a look like variant. Was there a Captain Marvel
I
variant?
don't think it is.
Or
I
do you reckon it's Rambo?
I got another theory about it. Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
Because people were saying because it's the Illuminati possibly being set up, it is pretty much definitely going to be the Illuminati getting set up.
Yeah.
Which, for people who don't know in the comics, Illuminati in Marvel is basically I can't remember specifically everyone on it, but it's like Namor, Professor X, Iron Man, someone
smart
else.
ones.
Doctor Strange is part of it in the comics.
Is Doctor Doom and
I don't know if
Mr.
I
Fantastic?
think Doctor Doom is sometimes. I think Mr. Fantastic is. Basically, Illuminati is like it's 6 superheroes who are like in secret. They make decisions that like all together, so they're like a little council that makes decisions in regards to like world-ending events. So like how to approach certain things, which I believe led into Secret Wars or something like that. But the version of Iron Man that's in that is Superior Iron Man. So he wears a suit that he wears like a helmet that shows off his face. There's one shot from a TV spot, like one frame where you can kind of see a face and it looks like the same helmet and you can almost make out like Tony Stark facial hair. So the theory is that that's Tom Cruise
oh yeah,
playing the Tony Stark variant, which is cool. I'm into that, I guess.
or if they just brought Robert Downey Jr. back to life, that'd be fucking hilarious.
That would also be funny. I would kind of respect it. I don't think they'd do it.
As long as they said it was a different variant, like not like
That'd be very
this is
clear.
the
that it
same
is.
one from like that died in the end of Endgame. Spoilers, by the way, for
But then
Endgame.
the other thing is they talk about like it's inevitable that he has to die in every universe at that point. So you couldn't really have him there unless it's time travel, I guess. I don't know.
yeah,
Confusing, makes no sense. But basically, Professor X he's definitely in it at this point. He was in concept art.
yeah,
That was probably his voice and his head in the trailer, which crazy that that's just like in the middle of the trailer. That's such an end of trailer scene.
Yeah.
And it's like in the middle. But yeah, Professor X also basically confirmed that Scarlet Witch is going to have a fight with Professor X, because that was in concept art 2, and then there's a shot in the trailer that matches that. I didn't catch it because I'm kind of stupid. There's a scene where she's talking to Doctor Strange. It's like the scene where she's like looks like she's going evil.
Yeah.
It's the same setting as the scene where Doctor Strange approaches her and is like, "Do you know anything about the multiverse?"
Yeah.
But she's like, all the trees are dead and shit in the background.
Yeah.
Which basically implies that scene where she's talking to him and it looks nice is like she's created that.
Like she was doing in
Evil Wanda. Bring it back. I love Evil Wanda.
Also the zombie Scarlet Witch, zombie Strange.
Mm-hmm. Did you see as
Superior Strange?
The Strange that's in... He was in the first trailer and he's in this one again.
Yeah.
That everyone assumed was What If. It's not. They've confirmed that it's not. Because in the YouTube version of the trailer, if you put subtitles on, they call him something else. I can't remember what they call him. But he's not the same.
He's not the same.
So there's 3 Doctor Stranges in this. So there's the one with the gross ponytail.
Yep.
And then there's that one. And then normal Strange. So far. It's probably going to be more. But, yeah, that's not the What If Strange, apparently.
Oh.
But,
I mean, well, yeah, that was Zombie Wonder, so there's probably going to be a lot of tie into What If.
I'd say so.
Also,
You'd be
it
shocked
is
if there
Multiverse of Madness, and What If was heavily multiverse.
It is literally, yeah, about the multiverse. So
Hey, what if there's a
multiverse?
multiverse? That's kind of what it was.
In real life?
In real life, yeah. What if in the multiverse, I'm the one who does all the editing, and you're the one who does all the ideas?
I literally don't believe that for a second. That wouldn't happen. Fuck, that reminds me. I was going to set up a camera for this one and forgot.
Oh, yeah, no, I was thinking that too.
I'm going to do it now.
But where are we going to put the camera?
Over there.
But we got to get Grogu's in it.
Yeah, Grogu can be in it.
Grogu's, plural.
One Grogu.
Plural.
The other Grogu's hidden. He can't come out. He can come out.
Coming
Coming out of his cage, and he's doing just fine.
While you're setting that up, and speaking of come out, did you see the ad for the Pinocchio?
Pinocchio. Oh, like
He's so
voiced by Pauly Shore.
Father, when am I
Father.
gonna go into the on my own?
Yeah, it's very
On my own.
my own.
The yassification.
I'm just gonna go on HD 60 for now.
Okay.
Call it a day.
Call it a day.
But give me a sec. Microphone's going down.
Okay, I've got to speak here.
Probably switch it off.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ga-dunk, bung-gung-ga-dunk, ga-ba-ga-dunk, gung-ga-dum, ba-dunk-ga-dunk. So, well, that's not going to get you in it. So he's just dropped his phone. It's a good angle, he reckons. So if you are watching this, hello, welcome to the podcast.
Except for TikTok.
TikTok.
TikTok gets us.
Hey, TikTok, what's up? My name's Connor. That's Nathan. We're the host of Two Beans. Hope you enjoy the show.
Why you're doing an intro for our TikTok in the middle of a podcast? That's not how this works.
It is now. Sponsored by Doritos.
And
The
water.
upside down packet of Doritos because I am a bit of an idiot. And
Did you? Oh, it's not open. For a second,
I
I
didn't
thought
open
you put it upside down and you opened it, and it was just going to be in like a trap mode. You can't get the Doritos. Yeah, you can't get them without spilling them everywhere.
it's my cat though, so like that'd just be a dumb thing
point.
to do. It'd be funny if it was on your couch.
I just went to look for my phone, so
Oh, it's over there.
it's there. Found it.
Yeah, found it.
Do you? Anything else you want to talk about before we talk about Boba Fett, or are you happy to just jump straight into that ship? Because we are halfway through.
Should we talk about the Kenobi quickly? Just touch on that.
Oh yeah.
Before we go, like while we're on
Sure.
the topic of Star
When's
Wars.
coming out again? May 28th.
May 25.
May 25.
I was wrong. It's not the 4th of May.
You did say that, didn't you, last
I
week?
was pretty confident in that. However, it is on the anniversary, 45th anniversary of A New Hope coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
That's also
it's also Star Wars Day.
makes a lot of sense.
There's 2 Star Wars days. There's May 4th, because May the 4th be with you, and May 25, because that was the you know,
They should make Australia Day May 4th.
or
Nope.
no.
Don't say anything offensive right now.
Oh no, I was going to say anything.
Say
else.
anything offensive, you get cancelled
I was gonna say
immediately.
May 8 because it sounds like mate.
Yeah, I know that people have said that.
Or
You're not the first to
the
say that.
19th of January because that would be 1901, which would indicate federation.
You should make
Without
Australia
making-
Day. Make Australia Day. 28th of September.
A day to celebrate for everybody, for all cultures, not just white people.
This is coming from the guy who is like supremely racist. off-pod.
Okay, so I'm not supremely racist. I say some questionable things, but I don't actually
Yeah.
think any of them.
I'll back you there. You've never said anything totally racist, and
Meant it.
the times you have said it is like you know that it's kind of wrong, but you don't know if it is. So you say it, and then you kind of like
No, I do.
should I say that?
I know it's wrong after the fact. I'm
It's
trying to
already
be
been
funny.
said,
I'm
and
trying
you
to be
have no
funny.
filter.
And a lot of the time, I'm not that funny. But a lot of the time, I am funny. That's the same with my misogynism and all the isms I
Well,
have.
again, Karis isn't here. You can let all the misogynism out. What do you got to say?
I believe that I am better than Keris. In the sense that I don't know.
Okay. First off, Karis is better than you. Secondly, I just remembered, speaking of Karis being better than you, we have an update as well to a developing story from last week, and you know what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Last week, I still haven't done it. Last week, we discussed the autism test that Connor did, where he got 60,
60.
but the threshold for autism is 65, and he was very excited, and I kept calling him autistic, and he said, no, I'm not. I'm just almost, but I'm not. I'm under it. And then he messaged me a few days ago and said, yeah, funny thing, I did the test again and got a 70, which means you're just over the threshold.
I'm borderline. I could be, on average, that's 65, which is the threshold.
Which
I
is
am
the threshold. You are an average autism.
No, well, it's also a
An
spectrum.
average autist.
It's a spectrum. It's a spectrum, you know?
It's a spectrum.
It's a spectrum.
We're not going to make an
Sounds like a
autism
sex
joke.
toy.
The spectrum. That's disgusting.
I reckon you put it up your butt cheek and it like
Up your butt cheek.
in between, I don't know, in your butthole, and it like spreads them. It like spreads your butthole wider so you can fit more things in there. I don't know why I said that.
I want to go home. I drove an hour for this.
No, you drove an hour to drop off some coffee machines.
That's true. Go to Little Ura.
Shout out to Harvey Norman, the
Shout out to
fresh
Harvey
food
Norman
people.
for making me do work on a day off. You the goats. Fine. We'll talk about Boba Fett. Boba Fett, I guess.
Boba Fett.
Sorry, it's not the Book of Boba Fett. It's Mandalorian season
Season
2.5.
2.5, yeah. Okay, so I've got a little thing written down here.
Okay.
And it's sort of a criticism on former Star Wars and current Star Wars stuff, you know?
Okay. The Last Jedi is the second best Star Wars movie.
That's not it. That was a very brave statement.
I've already said that on the podcast. That's not
I know.
brave.
Anyway, so the Tusken Raiders being humanized in Book of Boba Fett just makes everybody else that lives on Tatooine look like colonizing assholes that just came in and stole land and called the place home. And
That's pretty much what it is an allegory for.
yeah, it's like, because they don't paint them that way. Like they say, oh, they're just sand people, blah,
No, I
blah.
never painted it like that, but I
But
think
like,
it's like,
and
yeah.
now they're really framing it like, okay, these people were here first, and it's a bit of a, you
I
know,
see people getting mad about it, but it's like Star Wars has always been allegories for
yeah.
shit.
Anyway,
it's-
and also, as a man once said, the hardest words to say are "I forgive you," and Tusken Raiders don't speak English, so they can't say that. It's not fair.
I, at so many points, have wanted to leave this podcast. You bringing up Scott Morrison makes me want to leave even more.
Coach of the Perth Wildcats,
Yes, that one.
different Scott Morrison. Okay,
Different Scott Morrison. The absolute moan that came out when we thought, well obviously we didn't think,
was it
but
like-
when they said, the Perth Wildcats coach Scott Morrison, we were at
Everyone
the
was like-
basketball the other day.
everyone
we're
was like,
oh, what?
what?
Hate that guy. Anyway, Boba Fett, I guess.
Back on track.
Okay, this actually sort of ties into what I wanted to say about it. because I want to discuss the structure of the show and that it was probably the only downfall for me because the flashbacks are part of that. Because the flashbacks are only in like the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, and they sort of stopped doing that after
They
a while.
just stop. And it's like, I know the story was over, but just you could drag it out a little bit. Like, not like Arrow style where they were still doing flashbacks 6 seasons in, but like,
Yeah.
you know, a little bit more. Like, I flesh it out more or drag it out more. I don't know, but just like, it felt weird to have the flashbacks in the first 2 episodes and then have like 2 episodes without it and then 2 episodes of Mandalorian. It's just like, it was a weird structure. And
If
it's
they
like,
sort of incorporated the Cad Bane rivalry. Because
man, that was fun.
They
though.
they briefly touched on it and then they spoiler alerts again for Boba Fett.
Oh yeah, I feel like that was obvious, but
Yeah,
spoiler
for
alert.
the last episode, the
been
final
a week.
episode.
Get over it.
Cad Bane fucking died after what, like an hour of being
One episode.
live action. So that was fun.
That's not the last we're seeing of him though.
No way.
100%.
No, they'll do other stuff.
He'll either come back to life or that he'll be in like prequel shit. He might even be in Kenobi, possibly.
Yeah, I reckon he will be. Or Ahsoka. When is that set? Is that set before? Because there was a lot of Ahsoka, Cad Bane shit.
I think Ahsoka is a sequel. Oh, it is because they set up Thrawn, remember?
Oh, yeah.
In Mando. And yeah, so I believe that's where her story is going. Although it could be set before, but I'd say it's probably more likely going to be set after to make it less confusing.
Yeah.
Kenobi is set,
When
obviously.
he was still alive.
Well, yeah, between 4 and 5. I mean, 3 and 4.
3 and 4, yeah.
Whereas Mando, Boba Fett, all that's obviously post 6. So
Is Darth Maul going to be in Kenobi?
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh no, he's dead by that point.
But is it because he dies?
Oh no,
a
because
lot. He's in
life.
Rebels, so
Wait,
that's when he finally dies in Rebels, I believe.
fighting Kenobi, but I think
Fighting.
this is after Rebels.
Oh, okay.
So, but flashbacks
There'll be
also probably likely in something like this. But I don't know. Yeah, I actually really liked Cad Bane. Like they did him really well, and I think because they did him well enough. Are you just staring into the camera? Can you not do that? I'm trying to talk about
Cad Bane.
trying
Go
to talk
ahead.
about funny little men
Go ahead.
throwing guns at shit at each other.
Wow.
I'm saying Cad
Cad
Bane.
Bane.
Cad Bane was really cool, and I think it's a case of they put him in there, they used him for this story, and then they'll wait and see how people react to it, and then incorporate him into other stuff. Because the live action version of him was cool, and he was, I don't know who played the body of him, but the voice was the same voice
Yeah.
as the cartoons. So that was cool. I didn't realize he was in Rebels as well, because I haven't seen Rebels. But
Same.
apparently he was.
So there was just like one I wanted to see. I would like to have seen more of because they like were very like clear. Like these two know each other, Boba Fett and Cad Bane. Like,
yeah, and because I didn't realize that
they like
their
had
actual
a full like rivalry discussion. Like you're getting slow, old man.
yeah, but their fight wasn't actually in Clone Wars. It was a
Yeah, no,
like storyboarded.
They
episode.
had it and they just didn't do it or
Yeah.
something.
So that's weird. But you know, they obviously alluded to it, and maybe they'll go back and like show that at some point. But I don't
Yeah.
know. It just But it's like that's something that they could have done if they focused. I said last week I wasn't
If only
bothered
they had
by
2
the,
more episodes of
right 2 more episodes of Boba Fett would have been great.
yeah.
I said last week that didn't bother me, and it still doesn't. That
I enjoyed them very much. 2
oh,
episodes.
amazing episodes still.
They weren't Boba Fett episodes. That's the only
But-
problem I've got.
The issue is that the integration of them was weird. You get to the end of episode 5, and it's like, yeah, they transition into Mando being introduced, but then Mando doesn't meet up with Boba Fett until the end of 6.
Yeah.
I meant episode 4, because episode 5 and 6 were both Mando.
Yeah.
It's like, I know why they told that story,
Because
but
if you didn't,
surely find a way to just, like, don't call it Book of Boba Fett, and don't structure it like that. Just because that was the other thing is I thought, oh, they shouldn't have called it Book of Boba Fett then.
yeah.
But then everyone was like, oh, but it's still focused on him. Like, I know.
It impacts the story, and that was like a very big part of the story. But
have it doesn't have to be Mando season 3 featuring Boba Fett, because I
No.
don't want that either.
no,
I want like an in-between series would be cool.
yeah,
Of
something.
like not calling it Book of Boba Fett, calling it like, I don't know what you'd call it. The Star Wars Variety Hour. It's just like integrated a little better. Like you could have just had both those stories running at the same time,
100%.
flicking between both, like just
Like the pages of a book.
either episode to episode or like, you know, during the episodes go back and forth because it's happening at the same time. You could do that.
Yeah. If
I
you,
don't know what you'd call it, but you can definitely do it. Sorry.
if you
go.
didn't watch Boba Fett, but you watched season 2 of Mandalorian and went straight to season 3 of Mandalorian, you'd be so fucking confused.
So confused.
Like, hey, what the? But the
baby,
the little man.
the little man with the bigger man with the, and now he's not with the bigger man, and he's got the t-shirt. And what is this? What's
He's got
going on? Here?
Drip.
He got the plug walk. My boy got the plug walk. I
On my
love
way
him
to put a
I
Rancor
love
to
him so
sleep.
much. What a good boy.
That
A good
was-
little boy.
That was awesome. Putting that Rancor to sleep.
That was so funny. It was so unnecessary. He put a Rancor to sleep, and then
And just-
why did he nap next to it? There was no reason for him to nap next to it, and he did. And it was funny.
So potentially here, that was awesome. I was thinking this at the time.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was thinking this at the time.
That was kind of cool.
I was thinking this at the time. So I don't even know if they gave Danny Trejo's character a name, did they?
I think they literally just called him like the,
Rancor
Rancor
handler.
Rancor handler.
Um, Did he say the first person to make eye contact with a Rancor, like, is bonded with it for life or something? I feel like he said that. And then I don't know if
maybe.
Boba would have made eye contact with the Rancor. Like, maybe he did. But imagine he didn't. And then the Rancor never made eye contact during that fight scene. And then
It's just How to Train
Grogu
Your
comes
Dragon.
and looks at it in the eyes. So now Grogu is a Rancor handler.
That partnership would be way cooler. Could you imagine? Like, it was cool seeing Boba Fett handle a Rancor, but could you imagine if you saw the claws come over and there's just Grogu sitting on a
Grogu sitting
Rancor?
on a-
Way funnier. Way cooler.
They also did actually allude to Grogu Order 66 at Coruscant.
They did.
That was kind of
Yep.
cool. I like because he's like 54 by now.
Yep. About that.
Around about that. So that like definitely would have been a baby then.
Yeah.
I really, really liked that thing. That little he was in the thing. The
Go on.
thing that babies sleep in.
Yep. Say it again.
They had him in that
Give it a go.
crate,
Well, crate.
bed. It
Crate.
was like a bed.
You think babies sleep in crates?
I don't know.
in like a shipping container in fucking Russia, maybe, but not normally. Try again.
It's like a bed, but like for babies. A baby
Yeah,
bed.
try again.
I don't know.
Not a baby bed. It's not a dog.
A manger.
Oh, close. I don't think mangers exist anymore. I don't know. What the fuck's a manger?
It's a Jesus thing, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's just a Jesus thing. Go again.
I don't have another
No, come on.
creche. Cot.
Yeah, that's better. Cot's
cot?
better. I think cot's probably close
I'm
enough.
going with cot.
That what you were close to cradle.
Crate.
You were really close to cradle, and you went with crate. You were like this close to
I had
cradle.
the first crate. Oh, they should make a word game out of that. And that's
They
the
should make a
podcast. Thanks for
game.
listening.
They should make a game where you have to guess 5-letter words, and you get 6
And
guesses.
they're all Taylor Swift related.
You're a genius. I like the air to change hands for that.
Wow. I don't know why. I did
That was the most unnecessary thing ever. You just ruined the whole fucking interaction.
Yeah, definitely. The whole interaction was perfect otherwise. There was no flaws in the.
Nose is itchy and I'm ruining the interaction.
So, yeah, so he was in the cradle. Who saved him? Who do you reckon saved him?
Hmm?
Who do you reckon saved him?
Saved who?
Grogu.
What do you mean who saved him? Oh,
In order. Yeah.
I think it's Cal, but... Oh,
Ah,
no,
yeah.
wait. Cal was still a kid. Order 66.
Well, he could have been there to. If he was on Coruscant, he could
It's
have.
going to be someone stupid.
No, he
it's
wasn't
gonna be
on
like
Coruscant, was he actually?
It's going to be like Kit Fisto. Did we see Kit Fisto die? We did, didn't we? I don't know if we know anyone that was on Coruscant when it happened.
I mean, Yoda and Obi-Wan was still sort of on Coruscant at the start of it.
No, Yoda was on Kashyyyk when it happened. Do you remember he was with the Wookiees?
He did not go back. He went back though.
Yeah, but this was like
As it was
I just
happening.
assumed it happened very quickly. How long does Order 66 last? Do we know?
A while. I mean,
Was it like a long thing? Was it like days or was it like literally an
assuming
hour?
days.
Like, because I thought it just happened straight away. Like everyone just died instantly.
I mean, they were still searching for Jedis for a while. Like they knew Yoda didn't die. They knew
That's true,
Obi-Wan
but they
didn't
wouldn't
die.
be searching for people on Coruscant. Like, surely the ones on Coruscant would
They
have
would
been
have
like
had
one
a
of the first to go.
They would have had a look around Coruscant, but they did go back to Coruscant. So like, how? You know what? Oh no, I haven't. I need to get. I need to
It
get.
could.
I need to get the lapel mic set up, so I can just say to Google,
Oh, to
ask them,
Google.
how long did
Hey,
order?
Google, how long did Order 66 last?
Here's what I understood from the website Quora.com. Order 66 was used after about
3 years of fighting during the Clone Wars. The primary goal was to wipe out the Jedi. I just like Googled it, and that same thing popped up. So
Oh.
the Order 66 was used after about
Shut up, Google.
Order 66 was used after about 3 years of the fighting during the Clone Wars. So it lasted about 3 years of like Jedi's dying.
No, that's saying that the Clone Wars lasted 3 years. Order
Oh,
66
okay.
concluded
Yeah, okay.
for 3 years.
My bad.
Yep.
I'm a dumbass. Let's go back into that. I'm a
Somehow,
dumbass.
even when we're talking about a series that has no connection except for one scene to the prequels,
Yep.
we still find a way. I mean, Boba Fett technically has a connection to the prequels, actually. His dad died.
His dad died, and he was in it.
I also get to get fucking decapitated. It's pretty fucking gnarly. Good on you, Django.
Yeah. Clone Protocol 66 was a top secret order identifying all Jedi as traitors to the Galactic Republic and therefore subject to summary execution by the Grand Army of the Republic. The order was programmed to the Grand Army clone troopers. Blah 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 blah. Keep going down. Yep, still scrolling. I assumed it was like a solid few
Yep.
years or like months that it was still like, because how long are the lifespans of clones? Because
I don't know. Did they ever say?
I mean, they mentioned they speed up the aging process
They do age
to like they age faster,
faster.
but maybe they peak and then plateau for a bit. I don't know if they specify
I
that.
don't know.
But there is
Hang
the
on.
old one in
Hey, Google. How long do clones live for in Star Wars?
she's not.
No one can hear this, I don't think.
50
Okay,
human
sure.
years.
So, No.
Thanks. Oh my god, she's so fucking...
I just said no.
Stop it, Google, you dumb fuck.
Hey, Google, shut up.
Some people, eh?
Honestly, just don't stop talking.
So yeah, clones live till about 50, they reckon, on Geek Den.
Geek Den. Thanks, Geek Den.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, so they hit like maturity after like 2 years, I'm assuming.
Mm,
And then they're adults for 48 years apparently.
it's a long time.
No, but there is like the really old one in that one episode of Clone Wars.
Yeah, so you'd assume
99.
it's about double, right?
Yeah, so
They
like
go twice as fast.
yeah, but I'm assuming they'll plateau for a while. In
Yeah,
the middle, and then
probably.
age faster at the end, I reckon.
Probably.
When they
Because
reach
the optimum time for a clone would be when they're an adult but not old.
yeah, so
Like as a soldier, which is what they're bred to be.
so
so-
you would think maybe like I don't know, like 30 years where they're like peak cloning.
Yeah.
So they'd probably still have like 27 years after Order 66 of being pew pew clones. You feel me?
You're a poo-poo clone.
No, not poo poo. Pew
No,
pew.
you're a poo-poo clone.
Pew pew.
Poo-poo.
I've got a belly button though, so I can't be a clone.
Shut up. Wait, do clones don't have belly buttons?
Well, no, because they don't grow in a uterus. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's using Simpson logic.
I mean, I didn't think of that, but that does make a lot of sense.
So
What
yeah,
else?
we got sidetracked there, eh?
Yeah, a little bit. That's fine.
But
What
we're
was-
on topic. Star Wars was the topic.
What was your favorite part of this season?
I mean, I did like him riding the Rancor. That was pretty fucking sick.
It's pretty cool. Even though we knew that was coming, it was still cool to see it.
Yeah. Are they sort of like confirm that there was going to be like something with the Marshall dude
Well, it's
coming
back to life.
coming back to life. So,
Thundercat's bringing him back to life.
yeah, and it's
So-
going to be like full on like gun for an arm kind of dude.
Yeah, which would be kind of sick.
That'd be kind of sick if they just turned into a full cyborg.
I liked the mods. Some people did not like them at all. People hated them.
I don't know why. They're cool.
The people with the like cybernetic enhancements, or whatever. They're like,
No, that's cyberpunk.
that's not very Star Wars. It's very stupid, very silly. I'm like, do you know what this is that you're watching?
You know, like the main character in the first 6 movies had like a robot arm.
There's a cowboy with blue skin.
Like,
So, yeah, no, this is really silly.
yeah, they literally like gave Luke and Anakin robot arms.
Yeah, legit.
Like,
It's just a side of Star Wars they haven't really touched on. Like,
yeah, they like it's obviously a very real thing. They just haven't included a whole lot of it.
I think that's what I'm most excited for with the TV shows and stuff. Is it gives them a chance
They
because
can
like
just go into shit, like really obscure shit that most people don't know about.
yeah, it's like Marvel has kind of done that already, and it's like I know technically Daredevil and stuff. I think they're being taken out of canon. I don't really know, but you know that was like the underground side of Marvel, and Star Wars hasn't really had that yet. Like I guess Rogue One and Solo are like kind of there.
First time they really branched out properly
Yeah.
from like the main
From like a big space drama. It's like the benefit of having a
It's actually called a
franchise like
space
Star
opera.
Wars.
that's the genre of movie they are. Is space opera.
My name's Connor. I watch space operas. What's that? The Phantom of the Opera, but on Mars? That's crazy.
Not Mars, Tatooine.
Fuck off, idiot. I don't care about your stupid planets. You made them up anyway.
What's the main character of Star Wars?
Luke Skywalker.
Who created Star Wars?
I know where you're going. I didn't realize what you were doing there,
I
but
saw
I get
that
it
TikTok
now.
last night.
It's so
Another
funny.
Kanye reference.
George Lucas.
Ah,
George
Lucas.
Lucas. He gets his sister.
I love Unhinged Kanye so much.
Oh man, Joe Rogan's Kanye episode's so good. What was I saying? I don't remember now. Oh yeah, how Star Wars now gets a chance to go into different stuff, and I think the problem is Mandalorian and Boba Fett are like a little bit different. They're still very Star Wars. Something like Andor, like that series, that's probably going to go more towards like the mod, like that setting of like the underground. Like you can do like, you know, make it more like you can do a completely different genre and still have it set in Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's kind of the benefit of something like Star Wars. Like you can do different genres in the same universe and it's still going to work. It's not like it's going to not fit, you know.
Yeah. Like
It's
that,
like good luck doing Lord of the Rings but not doing a fantasy movie. Like you have to do
Yeah.
that. But it's like Star Wars, you could do like just a
there is
heist
an
movie.
endless amounts of planets on
Literally just
with
make them up.
endless amounts of environments. Literally, that episode, like the first few episodes of the season 8 of Clone Wars with Ahsoka on the lower levels of Coruscant was just like
It's so different.
so different. Even though it's on the same planet that the entire rest, like most of the Clone Wars stuff was like based around, they went back to Coruscant quite a few
yeah, and
times.
it's still Star Wars. So it's like you still know that it's Star
You
Wars.
still
It's
kn-
just
yeah.
like different.
It's just like, it's like, yeah, normal people live on Coruscant too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not all fucking Jedis and senators and stuff.
Yeah. Which I think is sort of where they need to branch out into. They haven't done that enough. And
Yeah.
there's enough coming up that they can do that. So I'm excited about that.
Just not on Tatooine, please.
not on
please.
Tatooine. Please just get it off Tatooine. I don't know why we keep doing Tatooine.
We're done
Like,
with it. It's a fucking,
I know it's cheap to do Tatooine because it's just a desert.
just
Just
find
fuck
some
off.
sand, just like,
Find something else. I'm over it. Tatooine was great for a while. You've got a chance to not do Tatooine. Please do it.
and like,
Fucking hate it.
I mean, again, so a lot of, the Marvel headquarters stuff is moving to Australia for like 5 years, Sydney for like 5 years or whatever. It's
Yeah, I
like
forgot
part of
about
the
that.
contract. And I'm assuming like Disney would probably start producing filming more Star Wars stuff in Australia too,
Well, they
if that was the
used to.
case.
All the prequels were here, so
There's a whole lot of stuff they could just go into the Daintree and start filming.
yeah, legit. Just
Like,
do something different. Please.
Something.
Do an Ewok TV show.
An Ewok Christmas movie. That would be interesting.
Do a Christmas movie with a Wookiee family,
Yes.
and Luke Skywalker's there, but he's wearing a lot of makeup.
Yes.
Yeah. Call it the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yes. That's a genius idea.
It's a good idea.
So there's a few ideas we've got for the podcast I've got written down.
Why are we talking about? Are we done with Boba Fett?
No, it just reminded me.
Okay, go.
It's staying on the same topic.
Okay,
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Don't worry.
Let his
So,
brain work. All right.
I said I've like written down like do a podcast while we're doing something else, like watching some TV show.
Yep.
We should do a podcast while watching one of the many obscure Star Wars things that are on Disney Plus.
We actually probably should do that. Do a commentary track
Live
of
commentary,
Ewoks.
but you can't hear the
movie.
at all because we
Copyright strike.
don't have enough money to fight Disney.
I do.
Oh, then how come
Do
we
you know?
haven't got a massive podcast and we're just doing this for Yasif and like 2 other people? Shout out to Yasif, by the way.
Shout out to Yasser. I don't even think he listens to it.
You cucked me, Yasif.
Lockie does.
Lockie does.
maybe.
He
I don't
listened to
know.
one of them because we made him.
That's probably it. Like,
I don't know, but there was 10 people that listened to the 10 different people, and I'm only one of them.
yeah.
I reckon
And
my
I didn't
Nana.
even listen to
I
it.
wonder if my Nana listens to it.
Maybe.
Love you,
Hope not.
Nana.
Love you, Connor's Nana. Ah! That would have been really loud. It hurt
Not
a
bad.
lot.
Wasn't that big of a
Fuck,
spike.
that really hurt. I could see my
I can see my
follicles. I think we're done talking about Boba Fett.
Overall,
Overall, did you enjoy the series? Start talking and I will turn you up.
okay, I enjoyed the series. I thought it was a good series. I did enjoy it. I would have probably given it a 9 out of 10, or
That's a
maybe
high
8.5.
rating.
I'd say 8.5 if it weren't for the 2 not Boba Fett episodes, which didn't take away from my enjoyment.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I don't think they're Boba Fett episodes, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, I respect that. I'm going to go 7 as well. Pretty much for the same reason. The structure was weird, but all the content in it was good. It was just weird the way they structured it. I actually wouldn't have hated if they didn't do flashbacks and they just had like the first 2 episodes or even just 1 be about Boba Fett with the Tuskens. That would have been fun. What are you doing?
I was just looking at my notes app to see if there was anything that I had written
I
down.
thought you were fucking being sus over there.
Just sorting out my emails.
Yeah, just sorting emails
We've
now.
actually got a contract offer from Blue Wire.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, Blue Wire Productions.
Yep.
They're offering us to stop doing podcasts forever, and they will.
Spotify's paying us $300 million to never upload another podcast,
It's crazy.
which is crazy
It's crazy.
because we're actually dragging people away from Spotify.
Yep.
Fuck Spotify, man. They suck, but I don't pay for it, so I don't care.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thanks, Dad. It's the only thing he pays for me, so I gotta cop it while I can. That's it, I think.
Do we have any shitty jokes to wrap it up?
Not really.
Do we have any music to wrap it up?
Yeah, probably.
Dun, dun, dun,
Fuck,
dun,
my
dun,
phone
dun.
again.
I'll give you my Spotify
Okay.
if I can get into my phone. There's Spotify for you.
So now we're just really putting it off until. Thank you.
There you go.
Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Let's look at Connor's recent searches. You've got
I-
Dune Rats, Peach PRC.
Yep.
You obviously share an account with Karis.
Actually, no, the Peach Pastor was me. It was the new song "God Is a Freak."
Of course.
Yeah. Because I saw it on TikTok and I was like, I want to
For
listen to this
everyone.
whole song.
The NBNA podcast. The Mandalorian. Can't say I'm not surprised by any of that. I'm surprised by this one. but this is what we're doing as the outro now. Why is this in your recent searches?
Oh,
You have to explain yourself while it's playing.
so my boss, shout out to Stassi, she sent me a video of some dude like catching something using like weird reflexes and then like thinking he's Spider-Man, like just like shooting his webs and nothing was happening. And then I caught something at work, like caught something that she threw at me. And then I pretended to be Spider-Man. And then when I went like to do whatever I was doing, I think I was like going to get an online order ready. I went and found that and sent that to her. So this is me right now. So that's why I looked up the Spider-Man theme. Yep. What are you doing now? Yeah. It's her version, so it'd actually be her copyright striking us. Yeah.
This is the point where you could stop it whenever you want.
Yeah, but it's
Wait till